Hey everyone, it's Mare from SickMom, checking in for day 30! And how did I celebrate day 30 today? Had a nap. Yeah, I slept a lot today. I needed the rest. It was a rest day. What a perfect way to end the first 30 days of Carnivore. So moving forward, I can tell you I'm continuing with this. As I had previously stated, my goal was a minimum of 3 months to see how things are going. And so far, the results have been encouraging enough that I can see myself continuing down that path after the 3 months are over. The research that is out there, folks, is amazing. And there is a lot of old, outdated information, like some of the information that I took when I was going to college and the nutrition course I was taking. There are things that have been discovered since that time that refute some of the things that were kind of stated as fact, I guess, in that class. So, especially surrounding ketosis and the different types of cholesterol and their mechanisms, it's not like we didn't know about cholesterol before, but I have definitely a far deeper understanding of the entire mechanism of where the bad cholesterol goes truly bad. So, instead of just vilifying LDLs for just being themselves, we have to look at things like oxidative stress and damaged LDL, and that's what's really causing the problem because our bodies make cholesterol. It's vital to our existence. We do need to have cholesterol in our bodies. It's our cells wouldn't survive without it. One of the things in the last 30 days has really been being on top of food prep and making sure that I've got things that are going to be easy to reheat or easy to prepare. And I mean, how easy is steak to prepare? It's amazing. I just prepped another batch of burgers that are all about, a quarter of a pound or so. And those are in my freezer. And I am enjoying the simplicity tremendously. It's it's not bad, folks. It might not be for anybody else, and I'm not saying that it is. I am saying that since the beginning, I've been saying that this is a hope that I have that my autoimmune conditions can be slowed down, if not stopped. Remission is always a wonderful goal, and I would absolutely love for that to happen, but it's too early to tell. What I can tell you is that the level of information, you guys can tell I'm having a hard time talking today. So, the level of inflammation that I have in my body is definitely far, far less. I feel more, I guess I feel more comfortable. Even my skin just feels better. Some of the itchy scratchies from eczema and psoriasis, I mean, that has subsided a little bit, or definitely whatever popped up as a keto rash kind of idea, that's gone. But I have days where I'm so sensitive to touch that it feels like my skin hurts. And I'm sure there will still be days like that to come. But in the last couple of weeks in particular, that touch sensitivity seems to have decreased somewhat. And that makes me happy. Your body can reach a state of, it's almost like a state of panic where it takes everything as a threat. And a bunch of years ago, my chiropractor and I had this conversation, and you can become hypersensitized. And so then you develop sort of a vigilance around your body and, having unexpected contact. So, if somebody grabs your arm a little bit too hard, And for anybody else, it wouldn't hurt, but for you, it's like agonizing. You know, it comes with the territory with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome as well, that you bruise easy. And I've actually noticed that a whole bunch of the bruises that I've had are going away faster than they normally do. So, you know, some of them were pretty old bruises, but I always have fresh ones popping up because I'm just constantly bumping into things, it seems. Story of my life. But it's, you know, it's nice to know that maybe the bruises won't stick around for as long, and that I'm not feeling as, it's not as painful, I guess, when I do bump into something. So, and you know, it, when you have that kind of vigilance around your body because just everything hurts all the time, and you have little people in your lives, like, you know, when my daughter was really little, she didn't know what be gentle with mommy meant when I was like, okay, gentle hugs, because all she knew was I just want to hug my mama. My niece and my nephew are the same. They can be quite forceful with their affections. And I never want to turn away a hug. I never want to turn away a child running and jumping into my arms because they love me or because they missed me. That's something that I've had to do far too often. And I would like to have that even more, you know, just, I love all of the little tiny people in my life. And my favorite thing to do as auntie is to just give them a big squish, give them a big hug and a smooch, right? So that's part of my life that has also kind of suffered, is just that closeness that sometimes you can have with people like children. Because if you're having a bad day, the last thing you want is for them to accidentally jump on you. And it's tough to explain that to kids. They don't really know. My nephew, one of my nephews though, is actually quite good because he asks me all the time, you know, Auntie, is your back sore today? Kind of looking at me like, can I come and give you a really, really big hug? And he'll come and hug me, and I'll just, you know, if I need him to ease off a little, I always just say, gentle, buddy. So, yeah, that's just one of those small things in life that I think a lot of people take for granted. Overall, with my appetite, it's been a little bit up and down, but I'd say it's been more up and than down. Um, you know, I woke up with some pretty severe nausea this morning. It was like from 4 to 7 a.m., which was another reason why I ended up spending a lot of time just resting today because I didn't have a great sleep, especially waking up at that time. So that I'm sure is going to pass. My overall impression of what Carnivore has been like is so positive, and I really hope that people continue to follow me on this journey, especially if you have someone who has an autoimmune illness or severe chronic illness, and you've got someone like that in your lives. And, you know, just for a matter of seeing something different, if you don't know anybody who has tried carnivore to heal their bodies and their gut, but it's definitely, I'm happy that I made this choice. And I was talking to you guys about being happy yesterday. And even though I had a kind of slower day today, still super happy because I've chosen the things that are in my life. I've chosen carnivore to be a part of my life. And had it been a doctor that brought this to me, I probably would have still chosen it just because it's something new we haven't tried. And it's not like it's a new concept. It was just new to me. I've enjoyed all the research that I've gotten to do, and the fact that I seem to be capable of retaining that information a little bit more now and also consuming more information. So those are all heading in the right direction. That is where I want to go. I truly want to be able to be the entrepreneur that I have in my heart and be able to accomplish great things to help others in this world. And that, for the most part, requires me to have better health on a daily basis than what I have now. So if you're struggling with anything health wise, and you just kind of want to commiserate, or if you have thoughts on what this process has been like, I still invite your comments. And I'm always open to hearing what people have to say. Just be sure that when you're talking about stuff, that you're coming from a place of compassion and understanding. You may have had a different experience than I am currently having, and I respect people's journeys and where they are, and I would just ask that people respect mine. So I'm going to keep checking in. I am not going to do daily videos moving forward. I think it'll actually be more impactful to have a little bit of time lapse in between, so that I can talk more tangibly about things that maybe, like that heartburny sensation. When that goes away, that'll be a red letter day. But from a day-to-day perspective, that could happen any day now. So I think we're going to start seeing more distinctions in what was and what is coming into being if we give it a little bit of time. So there is still lots of content coming on this channel, and as always, I will continue to divide the channel into segments and playlists for you, so you can find the information that you're looking for, the videos you're looking for. I welcome suggestions for videos. I am going to be talking a lot about my chronic illness journey and things that I've learned that are not related to carnivore. And I really do love to raise awareness around things like rare illnesses and chronic illnesses. And you can definitely look forward to a segment on Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and what it's been like to have that genetic condition as a lifelong thing, but only have been diagnosed in the past 4 years, I think. I think I was diagnosed 3 or 4 years ago with Ehlers-Danlos. Yeah, it was, anyway, it was around that time. It all kind of turns into a blur with all of the doctor's appointments that people have that are like me, that, see their rheumatologists and their different specialists and their family doctors fairly often. So I hope that I've put a smile on your face at least once throughout this 30-day process. And if you haven't watched all of the first 30 days, I do invite you to go back and have a look. I've tried to be as descriptive as possible with the titles of, what the major sentiment was for that day, but I've also included those weekly recaps. So if you just kind of want to have an idea of what happens in a week when you're doing carnivore, that might be the way for you. So I would love it if you would give us a big like. Just hit that button just down below and subscribe to this channel. Be sure you hit that notification bell so you know exactly when the next videos are landing on YouTube. And for now, this is SickMom checking out.